Hey guys.
What's up?
So it's been quite a long time since we've come back to this game, and for good reason. My party probably looks a little different to you guys. What I've been doing is basically grinding for some of these, for some of the super rare, like bonus stuff. Part of it has been these, essentially all of these items that give you the hidden summon spells in the game. Goblin here. That all of these are unicorn rare drops, by the way. The goblin summon being dropped by, well, the goblin enemies and any of their palette swapped variants. And notice I got 2 goblin summon drops in the time it took me to get everything else, so that's an indication of how long it took to get everything. Cockatrice is dropped by, well, again, cockatrices and any of their palette swaps. Same with Mind Flayer. Well, Mind Flayer being the only such enemy in the game. It doesn't get any palette swaps in this game. So, had to do some digging for them. And then we have Bomb, which contrary is not actually dropped by bombs. It's only dropped by grenades and balloons, which I can grind for on the moon's surface. So there we go. Expert Summoner. Nice. So with that, these extra summon abilities, I mean, they're not, aside from like the novelty, I guess, of having to grind for these super rare spells, they're really not all that powerful or practical. It's more of, these, I will admit, are more of a bragging rights sort of thing. To just have all of these. Goblin, I know, will use Goblin Punch, which deals more damage if you have... If Rydia, in this case, is the same level as the target. Cockatrice has the chance of petrifying. Mind Flayer, I think, can either cause confusion or something like that. And then Bomb might be useful. It will deal damage. If I recall correctly, Bomb will deal damage directly proportional to the user's HP. So, maybe. But then you might notice we also have these tails. The pink tail is one most Final Fantasy IV fans are familiar with. Those are a rare drop by the pink, or the Flan Princess enemies that appear in the final dungeon. And then the 3D remake added these other tails. Green tails, which are dropped by green dragons. Yellow tails are dropped by yellow dragons. Blue tails from thunder dragons that appear in the Eidolon, near the Eidolon village. Red tails are dropped by red dragons, and black tails dropped by armored fiends. Both of these enemies also appear in the final dungeon of the game. those I'm about to go cash in on now. We need to head to that cave near the Mithril town with that guy who likes to that tail collector. Where did it? Oh my God! Are you serious? Did it actually take the hovercraft back here? I actually took the hovercraft back over to the Mithril town specifically, or off screen specifically for this, and yeah, the game just said, screw you, I'm gonna take it back over here if you don't mind.
Cheeky bastard.
Indeed. Okay. Hey, buddy, I got a whole lot of stuff you're gonna like. What do you want? I got nothing to discuss with you. Except you have a tail, of course, but, well, that's a different matter altogether now, isn't it? Yes, well, okay, let's start with the pink tail, since that's the one everyone knows from the original game. But this color, this texture, this form, you found the pink tail of legend, and you give it to me? Incredible! Let me give you this in exchange. We got adamant armor. To the end of misery. How appropriate, considering how long it usually takes to grind for that.
Do you only get one per game?
Well, one per tail. I mean, you could... Technically, anybody can equip the adamant armor. I think even... Yeah, any party member can equip it. And holy crap, I might...
Wow.
Yeah, you can see how much it is by and far the strongest armor in the game. I mean, look at that. Even Cecil, it triples his defense.
His magic defense goes like tenfold.
I know. Like, whoever is wearing this is virtually invincible. Like I said, technically, if you wanted to and you had the patience for it, you could grind out 5 of them, one for each member of the party, but I'm not quite that
dedicated.
Yeah, not quite that masochistic. But then, like I said, we have these new colored tails, which are exclusive to the 3D version of the game. This is the green tail of legend. Incredible! Let me give you this in exchange. We got an onion helmet. Okay. Yellow tail of legend. We get onion gloves. From the blue tail, onion shield. Red tail, we get the onion sword. And from the black tail, we get onion armor. And so from that, we get... Okay, now, the onion equipment, it's not looking like much, quite as much here, but actually, from what I read anyways, it's... Oh, the onion sword you can see is noticeable. All of this, by the way, is direct reference to Final Fantasy III. And its own set of onion equipment. But, like, you noticed it might not have looked like much for the defense items, but I think their effectiveness is directly proportional to the user's level. So Kane, I'll give you the adamant armor. Okay. Now that I have already grinded to the point my party is level 99, we have some of the best shit in the game. I don't think the final area is going to be much of a problem, do you?
Yeah, you got this, buddy.
Then let's head back to the lunar whale and head back to the moon. By the way, while we're here, we might as well say hi to the fat chocobo. And I just wanted to show some of the enemies that I had to fight to actually get those items I was showing you. Helldiver is one such enemy.
Slight count.
Yeah, it's. I think it just maxes out at 999 because I know I went well over that. And you can see down at the bottom the cockatrice summon item, which is like their super rare summon. Let me see. Here's his palette swap, the cockatrice. Let me see. There's the Mind Flayer. Once again, well, Slay count, it says 179, but I know I killed a lot more than that. I basically just had to reload the save in that area a lot. Ooh, there's the yellow dragon I was talking about that drops the yellow tail. He appears in the sealed cave and in some areas of the underground. Those siren items that I have are a big asset there because they can summon specific enemies. There's the red dragon that appears in the final area of the game. Yeah, red tail there is one of its items. Notice also the Wyvern Lance is another item it drops, which I also managed to get. It's one of the best weapons for Kane. And as you can see, it has a damage bonus against dragons. Okay, let's go ahead and just head back to the moon. Again, I think we have to land here. Closest place we can. And we gotta hoof it through these caves again to get to the castle. I might just cut this part out. since we've seen this before. Then again, at the level my party's at, they can cut through all these encounters pretty quick.
Even the weakest fire's doing over 1,000.
I know, right? I don't know if I showed this part before, but I had taken her attack ability out and replaced it with yeah, I think it was Bluff, the one of the augments, to give her essentially double her magic attack power.
That looks horrifying.
The grenades.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Wow. She's even doing 4K damage.
Heck yeah. Okay. Fortunately, like I said, this place gives you a free heal. Just unfortunate that it makes you run from one end to the other, for one for HP and the other for MP. Ooh, we got some stuff here. Phoenix Augment. Bless Augment. Omnicasting. That sounds really cool. Don't recall who gets those, but notice I also got the Safe Travel Augment, which I think I pointed out for completing the Naming Way side quest. That augment I know lowers the enemy encounter rate. Imparts Phoenix ability. Okay, it doesn't say exactly what they do. What we got here? The destruction of the Tower of Babel shattered the barrier that Zemus had erected. You should now be able to reach him within the core. Fusoya descended into the core with Kluya's son some time ago. The hours pass, but they do not return. The battle of wills between Zemus and ourselves is generating an enormous tide of energy. You must seek out the core. Powerful weapons, once deemed a threat by the Lunarians, have also been sealed away in the lunar subterrane, alongside Zemus. Hint, hint. We will guide you to the core. battle of wills between Zemus and ourselves. Okay, I think one of you already said that. We're directing all of our energy toward neutralizing the unrelenting waves of dark thought emanating from Zemus. Okay, so now we can step into this and head for the lunar subterrane.
Woo, moving on.
As you can see, as I pointed out before, I had already, our guys had already explored part of this in order to get some of those rare enemy drops, but I ignored the chests, so I can still show you all the pickups we can get in this place, as well as the hidden paths through here. And one of them I know is found. Is it? Okay, I thought you could walk through the wall here. There we go. Oh, blue dragons.
Watch you get one of the rare drops.
What's that?
I said watch, you're gonna get one of the rare drops.
Well, as far as those tails I was talking about before, I don't believe the blue dragons don't drop any of those. But they are one of the ones that can drop the wyvern spear I talked about before for Cain. Yeah, his ice storm actually, even at the level we're at now, it deals a pretty good deal of damage to the whole party. In fact, I want to say the dragon gloves that Cain has is another item of theirs they can drop. Now, how do we get to that? These two enemies are pretty frequent throughout here. Silver dragons and gold dragons. At the level we're at, they're not a big issue though.
Fighting Metal Seedramon there.
Yeah, that's kind of what he looks like. I actually heard that Digimon Adventure Tri is actually out in the US in some areas. Sage's staff and enemy ambush. Oh, you guys again. You're not a big deal. Unfortunately, it's Tri isn't out in anywhere near me from the look of it. We got okay, Sage's staff. Is that going to be useful? Oh yeah, Dragon Whisker is another weapon I got from, I think from the Blue Dragons. Another rare drop. It's essentially, this is Rydia's best weapon.
The Dragon Whisker.
Okay, there's the Sage's staff. Raises spirit by quite a bit, but not so much for everything else. I kind of prefer to keep Rosa with the bows. And another blue dragon. He does that as a counter as well. Trying to make sure I get as much map coverage as I can. I did read that exploring the full map gets you the Treasure Hunter augment, which would also have been... Ideally, you'd probably want to get that before going for all of those rare drops I was talking about before, because that augment does increase the enemy drop rate. By the way, that's an armored fiend right there. He's the one who can has the black tail as the rare drop, which is sometimes a problem since he does have the tendency to self-destruct when he feels like saying "screw you." This must be the place. Let's get ourselves cured. And I'm gonna cast Float on everybody for no reason in particular. To those who covet this blade, I bring death. Okay. Alright. We have the white dragon now. All these weapons they were talking about before are being guarded by some pretty tough bosses.
Crit.
Ah, yes, he likes to counter with slow.
That's annoying.
Quite. Flare is still Rydia's go-to spell. It might have... Oh my god! And
You
there...
already killed it.
And there is how we are so overpowered. We killed it already. The reason I put Float on everybody is because he does like to cast Quake as well. Okay, but from them we got the Murasame, which is one of Edge's best weapons in the game. Ah, yeah.
I'm playing a game.